how's your Thursday going? Whew. Well, I gotta say it wasn't easy to hit the start stream button today because I ate a bunch of food and then I made the mistake of looking at the couch. Looked pretty comfy, so then I flopped on it. And it's the first time I moved off of it in like 3 hours. It took a good bit of willpower to actually get up off the couch and hit the start streaming button, to be honest. Oh, I did not want to move, and I still don't want to move. I figure you're not going to make any progress. You're just going to lay there, so force myself up out of it, hit start streaming, and we'll figure out the rest from there. Hopefully I feel less full shortly. Because I'll be honest, I just want to hop back on that couch and just keep on doing the thing. But if I do that, I'll probably fall asleep. I see you, little Namazu. Damn, I'm a robot. You can't do anything. Oh, except for that, I guess. I can't emote underwater, that's right. Can run you over, though. Okay, I can't run that over. Although, I see your whale and call your whale. But, yeah. Today, day 3 of Stormblood, day 23 overall of this New Game Plus run of Final Fantasy 14. Again, taking a lot less time than I figured it would, but I guess when you have the power of flight unlocked from the get-go, you don't have to worry about getting Aether Currents, you don't have to worry about getting level locked at MSQ. I guess it doesn't take that whole much amount of time. Although, I will say, at some point I will probably do the Alexander raids, and then the Omega raids, and then the Eden raids at some point. Maybe after all of MSQ. Just because I don't really want to like stop what I'm doing right now and go back to Heaven's Ward content. Because I didn't think Alexander raids would be that relevant, but according to FanFest, when Yoshi P and Koji Fox were on stage, they kind of said, hey, you might want to go do some of this stuff to get a refresher. So probably do that after I finish 5.55. And then we go back and do all the Alexander, maybe Void Arc. Then again with Evilise and Omega, which I'm kind of fearful for because Omega sometimes can take a while to queue for, and Evilise much more so, because unless there are Moogle tombstones in them, from my experience, no one ever does them. But anyways, back to current Linkus. Turns out, but when you go to a new area and a new continent, People don't really know who you are and give a rat's ass less about you. Which is why everybody in this area is looking at us like, who are you and why should we listen to you and try to oppose the Empire? Why would we do that just because you asked nicely? So, I think our current plan is to do something to mess with the Red Kojin, to open up to get them away from the Imperials, to allow the Confederacy, the pirates here, to see their opportunity and take it to attack and maybe drive them out of this Ruby Sea. I think the last thing we did was get a treasure from a boat on a sunken ship somewhere over in that general direction. That's apparently a Red Kojin treasure. So, without further ado, remember where everything is. Seriously. Not duty recorder. Who the hell uses duty recorder? We got our shiny rock. We're to deliver it back to the Kojin, which is not this bubble. This bubble. Here. Oh, is this guy's voice again? You all returned, and with Yasakane known back to Tama, I trust. Yep, we have a jewel rock thing. Yes, there was no mistake. Well done, well done. So, about the Red Kojin, you said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells. Are you ready to tell us now? I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred of treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune unto our homes. Gladly will we aid your cause. All is ready, Soroban? Then give them what they require. This is a ceremonial knife of some sort. For this blade, that which is sealed shall open, the treasure vault of the Kojin on the Isle of Zeki. It is there that our most prized relics, be they of the red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, the response would by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from realms around to defend our treasures. And were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service to the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call as well, giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have nearly enough troops in Asari to hold off the pirates.
However,
must understand that the vault is holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying the proper respects is a sacrilege we cannot condone. So, if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be alright. Great! How do we do that again? Yasakane no Magnetama is one of 3 most coveted treasures of the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others, thereby making them whole, Kami may forgive your trespass and instead delight in your mischief making. So, if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it into their treasure vault? More or less. The Yakasane no Magnetama belongs on the island of Zeki. So long as it's found its way there, we are satisfied. The Magnetama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, we would never have found it, and we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of our plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Suino Soto. Look for a cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors. Fine. Right then. I am not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavy guarded treasure vaults, but if this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, then so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger the better. The kind where you'll wish you had 7 of your most battle-hardened friends at your side. Dirty fighter cannon. I don't know about you two, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too. Let's do this. Right. Not to say then. Not left to say then. You nervous? Me? Nervous? Come now. I mean, it's not as though I haven't risked my life in ridiculous ways before. Well, maybe I am a bit. Strangest thing, that. Completely out of character, even. Anyway, let's go. Where's my robot? Under the sea, while it's thunder and lightning up above. I should do a search and see what really happens to electricity when a lightning bolt hits the sea. Does the lightning kind of sort of continue just straight down until it hits ground? I hope you didn't waste too much energy swimming here. Once the fighting starts, I doubt we'll have a moment to rest. I kind of hopped on a robot. Assuming this is the right cave, it should lead us straight into the heart of the Isle of Zeki. Have you got the plan for once we get to the Isle? How about 2 of us get the guard's attention, while the 3rd heads straight to the vault? Afterwards, the other 2 join them there, and together we make a stand. With our numbers, it's not feasible to do anything more complicated, I think. Fine by me. I like simple plans. I'll be one of the decoys then. You read my mind. I also had a mind to ask Linkus to be one, given his peerless martial prowess. then it's settled. You two will make your way through the stronghold, creating as much chaos as possible. You know, have some fun. Meanwhile, I will attempt to locate the vault and gain entry with the ceremonial knife. When I am inside, I will contact you via Lake Pro. Right, come on, Linkus, we've got work to do. Because Buddy doesn't even care. You're a sight for sore eyes. I hope Alizé's alright too. Linkus, Lise, can you hear me? I found a vault. Head northwest. There's a passage leading deeper within. Hurry! No. They're breeding. Come on, you red bastards! Is this the best you can do? There you are. The entrance is straight ahead. Good timing, might I add. It sounds like the whole garrison is headed straight for us. Did you say they're coming right for us? Where's Uncle Jimbo when you need him?
Thieves! Thieves! Come to steal our most precious treasures? You will pay for this sacrilege!
That's the spirit! Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
Seize them!
What in the world?
Who hath made us whole?
The best primal.
Hark! A great kami stirs. Yes, yes. A great kami of the sacred treasures. O great kami, we beseech your intercession. We who have guarded your blade and glass for generations. Your faithful Kojin.
Well, I didn't intend to make you whole but I brought the treasure here. It's got to amount for something, right?
Thou didst freely deliver our jewel unto thine enemy's own treasure vault?
Yeah.
How auspicious! We do commend thee, son of man. Such audacity is deserving of celebration, exaltation, a contest of wills to mark the occasion. Let lines be drawn, let sides be chosen, and for their loyalty we shall stand with the caretakers of our greater part.
Oh, perfect. A contest of wills, just what we need.
Hearken to us, shelled ones. Upon this day your wish shall be granted. Curse neither your fate nor its executor, children of man, for we are of the divine, of both heaven and earth, the ringing silence, the raging calm. All riseth and falleth at the whim of capricious fortune. Assume your marks upon the stage and embrace the coming chaos.
This guy doesn't seem so bad. He just wants to have fun.
We are Susano, and in revelry do we rejoice.
That's a primal standing in front of us, right?
Yeah.
And a horde of angry Kojin at our backs. Oh, this contest is getting worse by the moment. Lise, help me clear a path. Leave them to us and save your strength. You'll be needing it soon enough.
Make way! Make way!
Could have sworn I activated Cat Jam on here. That's dumb.
Spoil not your appetite for the feast, children of man. The dish will be served whether you will it or no.
Time to run, time to regroup. We should definitely talk strategy before we do anything else. That was not part of the plan. A Kojin Primal was most definitely not part of the plan. Though I am sure there is a perfectly logical explanation involving the aethers stored in the treasures, and a religious fervor for which the Kojin guard them, or something. Pity Alphano isn't here to prove it. And just when I thought our fortunes had changed, I swear Soroban and his people knew this might happen. No, somehow I doubt that. Even the Red seemed surprised by what happened. All rises and falls at the whim of capricious fortune, does it? Then the same goes for him. We have to defeat that primal. As before, our numbers limit our options. I wish I could claim to have a brilliant plan, but I don't. All I have is a desperate one. Lise, you and I will do our best to draw the Kojin away from the Primal. We'll lead them on a wild dodo chase all over this isle. The rest of the plan, I'm afraid you can guess. I'm sorry, Linkus, I truly am, but neither of us can even approach Susano, much less hope to defeat him, which means you're on your own. Well, who knows? He does have an awful lot of adventurer friends. Maybe some of them decided to take a fishing trip to the Far East and are surprisingly close by. Yes, and I speak fluent Hingan. Come on, there's no point putting this off. Back to open the door. See if we can get some folks. I have to turn on cutscenes. If we wait 5 minutes, we can get another person. Alright. There's the cat jam. Okay, I just had to type it twice. I noticed that Namazu isn't here anymore. Is there such a thing as this being item level sync? no idea. Have a separate queue. Good enough. Oops. I don't want to do that. Alright. So we have the Pool of Tribute. Your efforts to wreak havoc on the Isle of Zeki and draw the Red Kojin away from their Imperial masters have exceeded all expectations. Unfortunately, for reasons beyond your knowing, 2 of the sacred treasures stored in Owl's vault reacted to the presence of the Yakasane no Magnatama, summoning forth from the ether a great kami Susanoo, a primal by another name. How fortunate that you had the wisdom and foresight to invite several of your fellow adventurers on this journey to the Far East, and how kind they were to agree to help you torment the Red Kojin, for no single warrior, no matter how blessed or powerful, could ever hope to slay a primal on his own, despite what some wandering minstrels would have you believe. Do one last call, see if anyone wants to come in. If yay, if yes, then yay. If not, no big deal. Looking like it. Here we go. Gotta wait on one healer. Whoop. With minimum eye level, no echo. No idea if minimum eye level works for this, but we doing it.
Let the rebels begin! The seas part for we alone!
There.
The seas part for we alone! seas part, for we alone. Our hearts sing in the chaos. Wild and pure and forever free! Rejoice!
Now the fun part.
Resilient souls, I salute you! Earth and stone at our beck and call! The seas part, for we alone! Such ferocity!
Kick the Namazu. Yes, yes. Thanks again, everybody, for coming out. I didn't know if new item level would work for that or not, but we did it. We get a meanwhile. We take meanwhiles here.
Nary a peep from the shellbacks, sir. It's enough to make one wonder.
The Red have sounded the alarm. The Isle of Zeki under attack. Fierce fighting in the stronghold. The vault breached by outsiders and strange tales from deep within. All this the Red cannot ignore. Even now, they abandon their posts and flock to the Isle. The Garleans are powerless to stop them.
I'll be damned they did it. Well, Captain, wagers notwithstanding, I dare say we will not have a better opportunity to drive the Imperials from Asari and rescue our men. On the other hand, naught was put in writing, but if your mind is made up, then that is that. I should add that if you were to change your mind, none would gainsay your decision, nor think you beholden to your past. Nor would anyone begrudge you a spot of revenge into the bargain. Like the little miss said, we knew this day would come.
Isari may be a rotting husk, but at least the tavern keeper never watered down his drinks.
Well said for a temperate man.
Hear me, comrades! We made a bargain with the Eorzeans, and I mean to uphold our end of it. I mean to remind the Garleans that this is our sea, that all here belongs to the Confederacy. All that is theirs is ours for the taking, and take it we shall. We will strip them of everything they hold dear.
This one is iron. My hands will break before he speaks.
Kami, give me strength. Are you good at anything? I had hoped this might prove more productive than blind inquiries, but I see you are determined to waste my time. Very well. Line them up. Kill one for every question he refuses to answer.
Hurt them, and you will get naught from me.
You have given me precisely that thus far, so what have I to lose? Mark me, samurai. I will find Lord Hien, be it with your help or with your heads.
Confederate scum! You will pay for that!
Confederacy. They've come to save us!
And this after I took such pains to cow them. Even pirates have their pride, I suppose. Enough to march to their deaths, no less. Oh, the stupidity of it all. It truly is a sickness. I shall just have to lance the boil. drain them of every last trace of honor and compassion. Every last drop.
My lady, I'm going outside. Oh! Oh! The Kami are not finished with you yet.
There's no end to them. They just keep coming.
Then we must be doing something right. We have to hold out for as long as we can. He's counting on us.
Susanoo is slain! Slain by the Shellless One!
Yeah, did it.
Is it true? Did you defeat him? Well, in that case, how do you fancy helping us keep the Kojin occupied until the Confederacy make their move?
Looks like they already
Speak
did.
of the devils, that's coming from Isari.
I think we've done all we can here. Let's withdraw and make for the village.
Right. Although, they don't seem keen to let us go.
Hear me, Kojin of the Red. We have no quarrel with you, only your Imperial masters. No more blood need be shed this day. I pray you let us go in peace.
You dare speak to us of peace? Your flesh will feed the fishes, thief! Attack!
Backward Scatter was a 2-second
Now's our
cast.
chance. Don't worry about her, she can handle herself.
I can't let you take all the glory, can I?
At that point, don't you just run? If you're one of the three, if you're one of the three remaining. I think was safe. I didn't see any Kojin following us. Wait here. I'm going back for Alize. She stayed behind so we get the hell out. So that you could escape, not me. And that was a mistake. I should have been the one to stay behind, not her. So I've got to go back. If we lose her, I'll never forgive myself. I was the one who dragged you into all this. It was my fight, not yours. I knew that from the start, but I also knew I couldn't do it alone. But I've asked too much and let too much happen to you all. I have to make this right, and I have to do it on my own. So let me go, please. I'm asking you as a friend. I have to help her. You can start by finding me a towel and some bandages. Ugh. Alize! What? Why are you looking at me like that? I said I was going to distract them, not make a heroic and ultimately futile last stand. Who does that, anyway? Oh, for the love of... This is stupid. You're embarrassing yourself. And me. Shut up and let me have this. Right, that wasn't so bad, was it? Now then, we need to hurry back to Asari. They didn't follow you, did they? I give you enough time to escape? Good to hear my selfless act of heroism achieved the desired effect. You needn't worry, by the way. I'm not intending to make a habit of this. I don't see any soldiers. I think the Confederacy drove them off. Same thing. Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed. Do I need help? No, I'll be fine. It's nothing that won't heal. You should go after Lise. Whoa, remember you? The one who saved me from the dome and catches. Thanks to you, we managed to rescue the fishermen and my kidnapped comrades, one of whom joined the Confederacy with me long ago. It would have broken my heart to have to bury him. Oh, and if you're looking for the captain, you'll find him in the tavern. I have a feeling that's supposed to be technically the last guy you talk to, but... Oh! Oh, you're not an Imperial. Is it over? It seems like it's over. Kami be praised. I was certain she would have killed us and burned Asari to the ground. She would have us all killed and burn Asari to the ground. Or kill us after making us watch, or barricade us in our homes before putting them to the torch. Can you think of any other ways you could die? Thank you, my child. When the fighting started, I tried to run and hide, but fell and could not regain my feet. I thought for sure that we would all be slaughtered, but the pirates drove them off. I never thought I would see the day when the Confederacy came to our aid. Back already? What have you learned? Well, Confederacy came and they drove the pirates out, so... At the tavern, you say? In that case, we should find Lise and speak with them together.
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
Gosetsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to chains?
The fighting cannot have lasted long. Where are all the Imperials?
Fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
In any event, I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Asari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions. And without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add. Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
Well, don't do anything too reckless.
Nor you. Our fates are intertwined now. If you fall, so do we.
Fair enough.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people, then? You will go to Yansha.
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyo did there. Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
And with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
And you as well. I think there is a good time to take the first break of the day. I'm going to refill the water, which I chugged about 2 water bottles already from eating so much food, so needs to be replaced. Grab me, I just said I grabbed me some water. I'm an adult, people. Anyways, go and take a break, get up, refill the water, stretch the legs, all that good stuff. I implore you folks out there watching to do the same. We are not starting soon. We are BRB. Don't go anywhere, folks. We shall be right back. You know, it's quite brave for an Amazu to show up when Lisa's around. I hear she has a mean right kick. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah. Speaking of kicking an Amazu, yes, yes. What the? My kick. It has no effect. What is this sorcery? They evolved. They leveled up. What is this sorcery? According to my map, the plains of Yangsha lie to the west. Of note is the one river upon the shores of which Doma was built. This is it. We're finally headed to the heart of Doma. I can't help but be a little nervous. You did well, Linkus. Were it not for the tremendous strength of bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Truly, yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gift. Yangsha and my countrymen await. There is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. With me! Meanwhile, on the shores of Othard,
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Lady Yotsuyo, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required? It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel, to torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths. And then you go and ruin everything! Well, there's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
D.E.D.
No. No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release. There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single doman. And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy it, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha. Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
We arrive in Yangsha. There's a weariness, a desolation, an emptiness. This place, I don't know what I expected. Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yangsha and what became of her, of what lies beyond that great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it. But is it wise for us to have this conversation here, on the road, out in the open? Once, your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yatayu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than our master. Without warning, her men would march into villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist. And then as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yangsha. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let us proceed with caution. Seeing if that one fate is up, even though I don't think it'll pop on the map unless you're close. Even if there aren't any soldiers in the village, it would be foolish to simply stride into the nonsense sales. It seems peaceful enough to me. There she is, the humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice, how sweet her persimmons. Persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with my own eyes. And for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. Let no man claim that I am reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Linkus, venture closer if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers lurking about. Someone's ankle's broke. Steal for a bot. You saw nothing.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
I'm going too.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information, to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the General?
Lord Gorsetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Of all the times for him to turn up, has the old fool lost his mind?
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
What? What you going on about? Actually, never mind. Just come with me, now!
not understand it. Was it not clear that we wish to remain a while? Judging from the reactions of the villagers, it's probably for the best that we left. Who is this boy, and where is he taking us? I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in our village? Again you address us with unwarranted spite. I have let your impropriety pass until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer, like my brother before me, and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am, but I know you. We all do. Lord Cayenne's retainer and leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu, notorious fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Is that what this is all about? I'm hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? They fought and they died, every last one, and then the Imperials came looking for more because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again, do you understand? We've had enough of you and your yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, lead us out of it. Impassioned as his pleas may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. We must continue on towards our final destination, the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There's a secret entrance to the north of Namai. I'm wary of a small spring. Come, I will show you. Thinking our swimming days were behind us. This way. We must dive into the water. Have no fear, Linkus. It's but a short distance. You need not hold your breath for long. Technically, I don't have to hold my breath, period. Please, where are you? Here. Took 3 seconds to search for you just to be told this is the spring. How invigorating. Congratulations, my friends. You are come to the House of the Fierce. I require but a moment to catch my breath. You're Lucas Draft, are you not? We were told of your coming. Heroes of Eosia, we of the Doban Liberation Front are honored to receive you. If you would be so good as to follow me. Apologies for flipping the mic up constantly. Food good.
This is the House of the Fierce, but there are so few of them.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are a stubborn remainder. Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
Hello, Yugiri.
Yugiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
Ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
Well, it's quite the story. We tried Girabanya, that failed, so he came here to try and do a pincer attack. Oh, and by the way, we met your parents.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire. So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone, and that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That you did, Lys, and far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Hear, hear. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim steppe.
O boundless and merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say. If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head. Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
The words of one made to wear the mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, it would be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
As you can see, they went to great lengths to disable the Aetherite. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xenos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. That said, it is hardly irreversible. We have the necessary materials. It would be a challenge to repair it alone, but may have with my brother's help. We are going to do a quick pause because it is being reported here in the locks there may be a lightning podium. Just gotta go find it. I think I did. There he is. Quick. So gathers horse parade. minute 40 before we pull. Here we go. Back to let me board here, even though technically the Othard's down. Yeah. Leave. Come back in. Okay. So, note to self, porting here bugs it. Alright. You should hear this, Linkus. He was just telling me about Xenos and the rebellion. Well, while you were doing that, I killed a sparkle pony. What you have to understand is that it was not a simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the 12th never even took the field. It was Xenos' stratagems that won the war. They were unlike anything we had ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on the back foot. One minute we were pressing home our advantage, the next we were surrounded and at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his cornered prey, alone and unarmed. He beckoned us to come forward and fight for our lives. One by one, my comrades charged. Fearless and unflinching, he would dance amidst their blades for a time, and then draw close as if to embrace one after another. He made us watch. Do you understand? He made us watch. What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there is any joy in it, nor justice, nor morality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one life is no different from that of 1,000. The challenge had been issued and was accepted, but on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There are tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed for slaughtering families, for breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why. He did not desire obedience, he desired hate, and men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it. A hunt without end. And when all our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left, muttering that we had bored him. But our weapons at least held his interest. We took a fallen samurai sword, having grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded Far Eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by ones with storied histories, and so soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. It's like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying, and he's collecting swords. We all feel the same, but my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not the just the strong. And the strong become the heroes of the tale. We were not strong enough. It is not sufficient to be right, to be just. Without strength, our path has but one end. I think that warriors such as you journeyed across the seas to aid our cause. We cannot thank you enough. If it's strength we need, then it's strength we'll get. We can't lose to him again. Oh, you're the repair person. Though our resources are limited, our stronghold is secure. You may rest and recover here in safety. Mayhap a breeze for spiders in order. Were I 20 years younger, these wounds would not warrant a second glance. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat that villain old age. But what say you to the House of the Fierce? Compared to your rising stones, I could concede it may be somewhat lacking. But it has been a haven these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. But when the Emperor died, we were so sure the hour of our liberation was at hand. The Xenos soon put paid to that, with the aid of Yatsuyu and the secrets she sold. Linkus, I do hope you have taken this opportunity to rest and recover. Yeah. Also, I saw your parents. It is well that you spoke with one of the survivors of that massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must first understand his true nature. As for the Alamegan resistance, has struggled, so too has the Doman Liberation Front. Also, people, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few, and our enemies legion. We are weak, and they are strong. Yet with your help, I believe there is little that we cannot achieve. I only hope the death of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. No. Bring it on. Let's do this. You relish the thought of facing that monster again. But of course, the hero of Eorzea fears no foe. Now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. And now that I think on it, I myself have been away from Doma for some time, and even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be to both of our benefit if we were to see the reality of Doma for ourselves. For did my lord not bid me learn the truth of our heart? Let's do this together, Linkus. Let us go among the people, and with our own eyes bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Kosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. I'd like to join you if that's alright. By all means, we should be glad of your company and your perspective. Namai is not far. I say we begin there. Won't they like give us the stink eye because they saw us with Kosetsu? Mounts are disabled, so I can't just like fly out. Okay. Besides, I think I'd be on the wrong side of the wall anyway if I were to fly out. Linkus, I'm glad to see that you too put thought into your garments given the covert nature of our activities. I should think my reason's obvious. To enter the village while wearing a garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. We shall pose as traveling merchants, Linkus as our leader, and we as his assistants. Are there any objections? Not really the merchant type, but if you think this is the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. And without further ado, let us begin. So we are to be conspicuous. Okay, then let us be inconspicuous. Aren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see. My mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Dubai again, but the Imperials never seal our borders. Folks like you have been taken to avoiding Yangsha ever since the rebellion. Fortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack for a great many things. It was not much better before, true. It has only gotten worse. Fine. People still recognize us. Glasses are off. You, a merchant? Forgive my skepticism, but you strike me less of a man of commerce and more common sellsword. What makes you think that? Does little to assuage my doubts, and if anything, makes me clutch my coin purse tighter. Damn it, Hancock. I stand corrected. Such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my early rudeness. It's been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain no better than to risk our ire. If the Imperials demand laborers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send us soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life, with little in the way of luxuries. I don't know what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, or anyone else here, can afford it. A traveling merchant? With meat, perchance? Bah, better not to know when I have so little coin. I feel your eyes upon me. No, not the Lupin? Surely you have not been long in Nangxia, or she would. For generations we served at the Lord of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were, but the memories of such times fade with every passing day, as I love to tell you. What is this? Aha. That is, definitely a party. Foreign peddlers? In the Mai? Whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere. Saying that, I know of no village in Yangtze that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Monzin, and they not all died in battle or in the purges. There is a Doman enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Daryu moon gates. Needless to say, Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Minkus, what have you learned? Well, they're all pretty scared. Lisa and I encountered much of the same. They have been pushed beyond the brink. I expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I could not convince Lord Heian to return. And without him... I've seen these faces before, the same weary hopelessness. It's like I'm back in Alagana. Let us not yet lose hope. Though the situation in the Mai is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Linkus, I ask that you look to the south. Surely that they cannot all have given in to despair. Alright, this guy's off. Hello, kid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. You alright, kid? What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. The ones my brother and I usually bring are yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you? Yellow flowers. It's a deep one. Oh, we just get it off its corpse. Alright. Only yellow ones will do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else. Ah, you found some. Thank you so much, sir. That's twice you saved me now. If you have some time to spare, mayhap you could come with me. I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the man who showed me much kindness. We buried them on a cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you. Here! Just give me a moment to put down the flowers, and I'll introduce you. We love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Mayhap you could tell them one about your homeland. Azame! Azame! Are you there? Azame! What in the... You should not be here. Get away from my sister. Don't be so rude. He saved me from monsters, brother. He even helped me pick flowers for Mother and Father. Go back to the village. Now. You're scaring me. I said go. Stay inside and lock the door until I return. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister is the only family I have. If you saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here. So please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. She said your parents were buried here. She told, did she? Yes, that's right. My mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Cayenne. They came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. The soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves, or else they burned the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice did we have? They beat us in the village square, with their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground, begging for mercy. They made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say they deserved to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they had to come back. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave, if I'm lucky. Whatever you came here to do, leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. This is all we've got, so please, don't take that from us. wrong, Linkus? Did something happen? Yeah. We're coming at a good time, Linkus. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? Well... I was not aware of these events. The boy, you say, he told you all this? Such disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, but I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Could Lord Hien have foreseen this? My people's spirits would be broken so. Though at first I scoffed at his pronouncement, it feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. There's got to be something we can do, right? We can't just give up and go home, not after everything we've been through. Despite everything we have seen and learned, I refuse to renounce this cause. We should return to the House of the Fierce and consult with our comrades. Perhaps together we might... Did you hear that? Quickly, we must find a place to hide. Is someone coming? I didn't hear anything. Behind me, Linkus. They come from the south. Okay.
Imperials.
Why are you milling about like a pack of slack-jawed mongrels? Form a line! Now! Finally. I come before you today to deliver an announcement of the highest import. So listen well. While on a charitable mission to Isari village, the acting Viceroy and her personal guard came under attack from Confederate forces. This brazen, unconscionable act cannot and will not go unanswered. As loyal subjects of the Empire, who enjoy her safety and prosperity, you have a duty to defend her as well. There is no cause for alarm. We have no intention of sending ill-trained fodder to the front line. Those who are selected will be expected to perform rudimentary tasks, cleaning and maintenance and so forth. You will serve only as long as you are needed. Afterwards, you'll be free to return to your homes. You first.
The Empire has no pressing need of cleaners. This is but a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate those who supported the Confederacy's actions, and isolate any whose loyalty they already suspect.
And lastly, you. That should suffice for now.
Don't worry. I will be back before you know it. Listen to the elders while I'm away, and do not play outside the village. Everything is going to be fine. I love you, all right? Remember that I love you.
We thank you for your cooperation. Rest assured that this will all be over very soon, once the Confederacy has been made to pay our own ruby tithe.
There's no telling what might happen to those people. We have to help them.
And we shall, but before all else, we must needs ascertain their destination. I doubt this is the first village the Garleans have visited, nor is it like to be the last. I will track these men. Will you help me? Pray return to our headquarters and tell the others what you saw here. Should we have need of reinforcements, I would know that they are ready.
But I should be going with you. I came here to fight!
Soon enough, Lys. Soon enough. For now, we must proceed with caution.
I know that. I do. It's just... when I saw them rounding those people up... Look, if anything happens, anything at all, you'd better call for us. I mean it, Yugiri. Anything at all.
Took half the village. Regardless of what the officer claimed, I fear they have crueler designs for these people. With me, Linkus, we must hurry. Given the circumstances, we must make every effort to refrain from needless violence. Here, it is a shinobi's tool for when a more discreet approach is required. Use it with these dots. They are coated with an alchemical reagent that induces a deep sleep. There are soldiers patrolling ahead. Were circumstances different, we could engage them directly, but for the village's sake, we dare not risk it. We will use our blowguns to incapacitate them. Regardless of your familiarity with such weapons, you are a veteran warrior, and I am sure it will come naturally to you. Nevertheless, practice is in order. There, the soldier on the hill below. Take aim and fire. If the dart finds its mark, you shall fall within moments. I want to know how the hell a dart can go that far. Well done, my friend. Now give me your map. There is a vantage point from which you may observe and fire upon the other soldiers. Worry not, I shall be with you every step of the way, keeping watch for other patrols. We shall speak again on the other side of the river. Yeah, that's easily like 50 yards, give or take. Maybe even 100. How the hell could a little dinky blowgun go that far? You should be falling down the hill. Is that? It can't be. Come on. All right then. Not that. cavalry to arrive. About that, just stumbling into it. Excellent work, Linkus. You appear to be none the wiser. Oh, yeah, did you see that frickin' dog that we just took down? The villagers are being held in a cache room to the south. Fluminous. I guess that's how you say it. Once, it was the base of operations for the Garlean occupation until 10 or so years ago, when they relocated to Doma Castle. Now the castrum serves as little more than a storage facility. I spy 2 sentries near the gate. As you have proven yourself to have impeccable aim, I would ask you to incapacitate them. This very hill should afford you a clear shot. Also, why am I jumping like a pleb when I have a mount? One guy's not getting up for a while because I'm pretty sure I just gave him a shot in the dick. The 2 sentries slumber side by side. No others appear to be forthcoming. Fine work, Linkus. You have a gift for the ways of the shinobi. The way is clear. Let us move closer and see what has become of the villagers. Sir, the aunt from the other villagers have assembled for inspection. Very good. I will address them personally. Attention! Shortly you all will be transported to facility on a distant shore. Your duties, as you may have been previously informed, will be rudimentary in nature. More specifically, you will be tasked with the repair and maintenance of various arms and armaments, as well as Magitech devices. Magitech? Well, inform us. I don't know the first thing about Magitech. It'd take us months, if not years, to learn how to do that kind of work. The materiel in question was damaged when your kith and kin rose up in rebellion. Therefore, you bear responsibility for its repair. If you cannot perform your duties, you will learn how. And if you cannot learn how, then your villages may find themselves at the mercy of the Confederacy and other radical elements. Is that what you want? Deal with this rabble. I am needed at the castle. This is no temporary measure. Those men and women will die in servitude. Once they are taken to the other facility, it will be too late. If we are to intervene, we must do so now. Agreed? Then let us be about it. Despite the urgency of the situation, we must still proceed with the utmost caution to ensure the safety of the villages. To wit, we must first infiltrate the castrum without raising the alarm. I will deal with any soldiers near the entrance. Stand watch for others approaching from the north until you hear my signal. For mercy, you spy no Imperial patrols bound for the castrum. A hawk's cry pierces the silence. Yugiri is waiting. Five more minutes. Sodding. A lot of you. No, you sign up for us. Speak softly. lest the others hear us. What of the outside? Nobody's coming. That is good. We may proceed as planned. These ones shall not soon wake. However, the others are too close to the villagers. Incapacitating them instead of these ones is far too risky. Fortunately, a solution presents itself. Would have you disguise yourself as an Imperial soldier and convince them that a changing of the guard is in order. Hey, have your pick of uniforms. They shall not protest. Attempting to wear this uniform might force you to confront certain uncomfortable realities better left unexplored. Hold on, get that back up here. This uniform is far too large for you to wear comfortably. Uniform appears to be more or less your size. With all due care and consideration, you relieve the sleeping soldier of their uniform. You have chosen one to your liking, then? Excellent. I shall hide these ones where none will find them. Our sleeping beauties have been laid to rest in their bunks. Oh, and while I was in the barracks, I happened upon these spare uniforms, in case the items in your possession are not to your liking. This Kabuto and Teko should match the Uwagi Hakama and Choka in your possession. With that, you have a full set. I'm sure that once you change, it will seem as though it was bespoke. You will need to give the soldiers guarding the village a proper imperial salute to complete this deception. Convince them to come here, where I will be waiting to deal with them. Is it time already? Not that I'm complaining, mind. I thought the others would be gone longer. Changing up the guard, is it? About bloody time. Just looking at these on is making me depressed. Reminds me of when I was in their shoes, pissing myself in fear. Oh, that's a lady. Whoops. These ones shall see soundly along with the others. With that, there are no more soldiers to trouble us. You can dispose of that accursed uniform too. It's time to guide these villagers to freedom. I'm pretty sure. Search for an item. Yeah, my retainers have one. I'd like to set more if you could die it, honestly. Are these supposed to be?
Listen to me, all of you. We have dealt with the Imperials for now, but you must flee this place quickly.
Dealt with them? Oh no. You didn't kill them, did you?
Are you mad? There's no escaping the Empire. Running will only make it worse.
To stay is to die. You know this to be true. Even if you lack the will to fight, surely you have the will to live! Or has that, too, been beaten out of you? Is this what has become of Doma?
You were Lord Hien's retainer, trained to fight without fear and obey without question. Well, we're not. We're lost and afraid. We hate this, all of this, but we can't do a damn thing to change it. And trying will only make it worse. It's a pathetic existence, but it's all we got. And when people like you come here pretending it can be different, it doesn't help, all right?
Peace, boy. Peace. She came to help, and for that we should be grateful.
Elder, your face.
We all have scars. Some too many to bear. Too many battles. Too much lost, our friends, our family, even our liege. We who survived are forced to bend the knee, to sell our souls and surrender our dignity. How are we to lift our heads when this shame weighs so heavily upon us? Your courage, your resolve, they are as salt in our wounds.
If they only knew what you would do for them, my lord. You have made your plight clear, and I shall impose my will no more. But know this, brothers and sisters of Doma. For all you have suffered, for all the horror and the ignominy, you are still here. You are still alive. My lord prays you value your life as highly as he does. As for me, I swear by all the Kami in creation that I will free you from this torment, no matter the cost.
If the Imperials come for me, I will tell them we were tricked by an Ori woman.
Tell them whatever you must to keep your loved ones safe.
Why would you... After everything?
Starting to understand what Lord Hien meant. It was like, if the people don't wish to be free, then there's no point in fighting. Apologies, Linkus. I was lost in thought. Mayhap they have the right of it. Mayhap we are fools for urging them to rise once more. Yet I believe, I have to believe, and in the heart of hearts, they They still... Now is not the time. We must finish what we started. I have in my possession a powerful medicine that befuddles the mind and memories. We must administer it to the soldiers ere they wake. The medicine will leave the soldiers confused and unable to clearly recall recent events. They will suspect that they fell asleep at their posts and be reluctant to discuss it with others. It is not more than a temporary measure, but we dare not kill them for the sake of the villagers. Tend to the last two I put to sleep. I shall see to the others. Just a few more years. Oh, I see. They picked him up. He misses his mother. Father, is that you? She's only a few years away from retirement. Did it.
Forgive me for making you search.
Yeah, no big deal. But what are you doing here?
It calms me, the sound. It helps me to remember the sway of the ocean when I close my eyes. Despite the many great and noble things I said, in truth I am not of Doma. I was born beneath the waves of the Ruby Sea.
Yeah, no, I met your parents there.
To think that you were there, that you even spoke with my mother and father. They are in good health then. The knowledge is of great comfort to me. That I might have the strength to protect my home from the Empire, I left to learn the secrets of the shinobi. Day and night we trained, ever striving to exceed our mental and physical limits. After a time, my skills were recognized, and I was dispatched to assist the Doman Liberation Front. It was then that I met Lord Kayan and his son, and their loyal samurai, Gosetsu. Good men, all. Brave and true, so clear their eyes, so pure their purpose. Any shinobi would have been proud to serve them, and Doma. But, in the end, I will always be of the sea. Every day, I pray for my home and for the people I left behind, that they might be spared the wages of war and live in peace, untouched by this madness. I confessed this to Lord Hien once. Do you know what he said to me?
What did he say?
He said, "Good. We are better for the conviction of our allies, and draw inspiration from their example. What is weak alone may together grow stronger." Never did I lose faith in them. Even when all was lost and I led our people to Eorzea, I clung to the belief that our dream would one day be realized. But when I gazed into those eyes bereft of hope, when those broken men balked at liberty, the dream was shattered.
Together we are strong, and we must carry on.
That you remain resolute even in the face of everything we have seen. It heartens me more than you know. Thank you for standing by this naive fool. An Imperial airship. It is bound for Doma Castle. Quickly, we must rejoin the others.
Yep. Someone big's coming. And I think we know who. Thankfully, we can fly just as well. Come, come, we must tell the others of this airship, or hear what they know of it.
There you are. What happened? Are the villagers all right?
We freed them, along with many others. Kosetsu, we spied an airship bound for the castle. Know you aught of it?
Aye, that we do. The Crown Prince is come to Doma.
We suspect this is a result of recent events in Girabania. Our defeat notwithstanding, there appears to be some concern in Garlemald that subversive elements may be rallying in other provinces. Though Yotsuyu governs Doma, Xenos remains the province's anointed viceroy, and it would seem he has come to assess the current situation in person.
If Xenos is here, we must seize this opportunity and kill him.
Would that it were so simple, Lady Yugiri. You may recall that we encountered Xenos at Rolga's Reach. We have seen firsthand what he can do. His power defies explanation.
Yeah, but at this point in the game, I'm like level 65. Should be fine, right?
He faced the Alliance, the Resistance, and the Scions, and he defeated us all.
Yeah, but I gained 5 levels. I should be fine.
We survived and learned from the experience, it is true. But if we are to defeat him, it will not be through simple opportunism. We will require a flawless plan.
We know his strengths. A prodigious swordsman trained from childhood by the finest Imperial tutors, reputed to be without equal on the battlefield, which is why we must not meet him there. Nay, we keep to the shadows, the domain of the shinobi, and thence we strike. You need only give me the chance.
Were this but a matter of personal revenge, I would not presume to bar your path, for I myself crave that same vengeance. But to draw steel against the Emperor's son is a grave decision, and one that will shape our nation's future. Do not forget Lord Hien's words.
What, that we should sheathe our swords if the people lack the will to fight? I will not squander this opportunity. If we do naught, our master's life is forfeit.
Even should you succeed, Xenos' death will not win Doma her freedom. More likely, her doom. Can we defend our people against the Empire's retribution? We few against a legion? Do not be a fool, child!
He's got a point.
Mayhap I am a fool with foolish dreams of a future that will never be. But I will not forsake them!
Yugiri, wait!
What now?
Maybe someone chase her down? I will not pursue her. It is for her to think on our master's words and recognize the futility of our course. Those, at least, are my thoughts upon the matter. Yours may be different. Should you wish to give chase, I will not bar your path. Every time I want to speak, I have to do the things. So sorry, I keep flipping my mic up constantly. We each have but one life, and it is not to be spent recklessly in pursuit of our goals. I pray she realizes this soon. I thought her possessed of greater sense than this. Why is she so eager to risk everything with this mad plan? Well, technically, I think we canon-wise also want revenge on Xenos for beating us, for bullying us in Rolga's Reach, so... Besides, we were level 60, supposedly, in Rolga's Reach, maybe 61. We're like 64 to 65 here, canonically. We're fine. The Gesetsu said you to stop me. No? Then you came of your own free will. Should be surprised if you agreed with my chosen course. No one else did. But it is not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Scant moments ago, I received the Crown Prince's itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. It would seem that Xenos has no desire to remain in Doma any longer than necessary. He wishes to inspect the moon gates this very eve. His impatience is to our advantage. He arrived without warning and gave Yatsuyu no time to prepare. The whole castle is in a state of upheaval. To avoid any delay, he has declined a full escort and will be traveling with no more than a handful of soldiers. The Kami could not have blessed us with more auspicious circumstances. I will kill him, Linkus. I will. You mean we will kill him. Or die trying. You understand the risks. Forgive me. Of course you do. Mayhap better than I. But are you sure? Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we can do so on the way. Yakuza Manor is some distance from here. We must hurry. Stay calm. No one knows you were here. No one knows you saw anything. No one knows you overheard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. That's stupid, stupid, stupid! You know how this ends, and they only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Far enough. Let us discuss our plan of attack. Yes, let's. Xenos' itinerary is as follows. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the moon gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pause. It will then continue on these very docks, where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for suitable hiding places. I think I hear Facebook chimes, but it's the music. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be the ideal for concealment. Ah, there you are. From the roof, we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. His escort of us no consequence. which means that he will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Which means we will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, it is not to be underestimated. Yeah. All that remains is to wait. I trust that you are ready. Let's do it.
He comes.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark, or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Doma!
Ah!
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound. Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
See no shit, Galvus. You will die by my hand. First, you must kill my men. You can do that, can you not? What are you doing, you fools? There are only 2 of them. How much longer must you make me wait? Very well. I suppose you're up for this. This is not a game, you twisted, arrogant bastard!
This day you die! Leave this to me.
Well done, beast. You have earned the right to look on the army no Haki period. How about you, rather? What is this? Can't be for
No, I must fight on. I must.
Run, beast, run!
Oh boy. Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me something to remember.
Better than most, I'll grant you that, but not good enough. This ends now.
I see. Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds, live. For the sole pleasure left me in this empty, ephemeral world, live. You are not worthy.
Get away from them, you Imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are!
Yay, Vercure.
Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Hey!
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them!
He just casually
My lord?
walks away. Ugh. It's all right. Here, have some water. Ugh. She's not. That will not heal at the time. I don't think we were followed. God, I had no idea what was going through that man's head, but I am heartily glad he decided to leave. Oh, and don't thank us. Thank Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan, and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather composed, as I recall, so that is not either here nor there. Manage on my own. Can you believe it? He faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You have no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor, and we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. Ah, right. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. Suppose I ought to apologize to you, for, Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us, the Shinobi too. They finally came around. How about that?
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
Yeah, it kind of did.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new Primal Slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
Would she be wrong, though?
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a room.
That's a hell of a way to say it.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, The Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising, spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front, may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Thought there would be a meanwhile there. I will be traveling to the Azim Steppe, Linkus. I found Lord Hien once before, and I am confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him our people's reply. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be of great comfort to see him again. It's no small comfort if you were there to join us for the search, I should add. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me. And that is for Dola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in Imperial Province. This is all he's ever known, but unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me understand a lot of other things. Into Alizé, I believe. In the meantime, how should I occupy myself? The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Charlie and Oldar, is it? Not in those words, perhaps. But no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Linkus, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Dover Castle, for one. There is also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kagane, dealing with this troublesome Aetherite. I could go on, but you understand. Poor Alfie, you're getting bullied. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azim Steppe at once. You will be joining us, Linkus. Yep. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Loban Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifices are our last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many moms to travel before we reach reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we could do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting too long. Here's the meanwhile. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror.
He knows of that.
Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
Ow.
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds. They render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope. To make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty, now. Or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want him dead. I want his friends dead. I want the heads of everyone he knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after him? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, he won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
A second meanwhile, in the fringes of Girabania.
Aye, this is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. Yet, if this be the work of the Earth, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphano.
That is the end of Stormblood Part 1, huh? Well, I think that's the game's way of telling me that should be a pretty good stopping point for the day, and I think I shall oblige. So folks, thank you for hanging out, doing what you do, helping me out with doing the things, the trials, the dungeons. One second. Again, apologies for flipping the mic up as much as I have this stream. One more. Sorry about that. Apparently, when you eat a bunch of greasy food, you tend to get gas and burp a lot. So, let's see here. There is a person I want to raid as kind of a thank you back to him for allowing me to advertise in this channel a couple of times. He's not playing Final Fantasy right now, but he has started it up. But right now he's playing, I think the first Metroid Prime, because he's doing a Metroid marathon. But I think he might start up Final Fantasy 14 again tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, let's head over to a guy I like watching. He's an Aussie, and he's called the Monolith. So cheer him on as he does Metroid Prime completely blind, and he absolutely hates backseating. So if you know the game, don't spoil anything, don't backseat, none of that. So, and also I think it's his first day on his new schedule too, because he used to go from like noon to around 6 p.m. my time, which is like dark 30 for him. So yeah, get him over, cheer him on as he does Metroid, and then whenever he does play Final Fantasy, cheer him on for that too. Pet all the sprouts. So as for me, tomorrow, probably around 5 o'clock or so, we shall begin Stormblood Part 2, according to New Game Plus. So, again, thank you so much for coming out here, watching the VODs, watching live, whatever it is you do. And if you like what you're watching, just remember, hit the follow button, hit the bell, get notified when I do go live, which is usually 5:15, give or take. But again, thank you so much for being out here. Have a good rest of your Thursday, Friday, wherever you are in the world. And please be safe out there, folks. And I will see you folks tomorrow. Have a good night, day.
What the fuck, 3 years?